Alright, first off, I do not own the rights to this music. This is fucking whatever. Led Zeppelin 103.1, whatever it is, out of like Mount Pleasant, PA. I don't know. Anyways. Back it all out. Let you see what we got. We got a VT 1100C2 Shadow Sabre. And the stator, I replaced it a couple of years back. When I replaced it, we didn't get a real good seal on this gasket, and I'm going to tell you why. These are just clamped on here loosely so I can show you this one-handed. Shifter shaft, right? Runs down through the bike. Inside there's three fingers called a shifter pawl that slide into a gear. They go up and down, and it works that gear working your shifter. See how it's spring-loaded here? Check it out. Now, when you're taking this all apart and you pull this cover off of here, this shaft will come with you. See that? Oh, mother. Right? You put her back together, you ain't got no shifter. Son of a bitch. That's why. Them three fingers have been pulled up off of that gear. Technically, you got to split the cases to fix it. But you don't. There's a way around it. Check this out. This is the bottom of the travel. This is the top of the travel. I hope the camera's going to pick this up. See how that is? That shaft's got a flat round into it. See that? It'll hit the starter gear on the engine right here. Now you need full travel to get your shifts in. So what you're going to do, bottom of the travel, top of the travel, top, bottom, you want to go about halfway. It's just tough to do one-handed, let alone left-handed. Just kind of up and up. See, that's at the top. You kind of want it about halfway through. And you'll feel it. It usually takes two hands. You get the wiggling. There she is. You see them slide in? Now watch this. Now we got that spring action again. It holds itself. Now it's in place. Now you put her all back together, and you be careful. Don't let nothing pull out on this shaft. Only putting it on. Now I'll show you the cover. It's a whole lot to deal with. It's got to go down through this hole in the cover. So it's a devil to put this thing all back together. Another problem I had, these two little grommets here. Let me get a pointer. They got to be separated like this. Otherwise, you get a little bit of breathing through the crankcase. Not much, but you get some spittle coming out of here. Now, I actually had to trim back this wire insulation to make it all fit because, well, you know, aftermarket stator, heavy-duty stator, etc. Let's get her all back together and good to go. Got to go find me an O-ring. I'm quite sure this is not a special egg-shaped O-ring. This is just pressure and heat and oil over time did this to it, but she goes over top of here. If you've got your bike apart, you already know all this shit that you're looking at, but I just wanted to show you that because that can be a total devil to deal with. You put your bike back together, get to going down the road, and, well, she just won't shift on you. That's basically, oh my god, no. That's basically what happened to me, and I had one hell of a time figuring out what was wrong with it. I scoured the internet everywhere and reading on forums, and people were saying I got to split the cases. You don't. This is the second time I've been in there, third, fourth time I've folded this. That's why I wanted to just show y'all how I do it. And like I said, be extremely careful with vice grips because you're going to mar the surface of it up. That's just not good. I mean, you want to do it by hand, but the vice grips make it just a little easier. Just barely clamp them on there, and it gives you a little handle. You can walk her back and forth and walk that thing right back in. She's good to go. And don't forget to get, turn your light on so you can see. Don't forget that, of course, right? Don't forget to get your gasket scraper 5000 in here, you know, especially down along the bottom. I had a leak issue there. It's a booger, but you got to get all that old gasket material off of there before you put her back together. Alright, man. I'll catch y'all later. I got to glue that gasket in place with a little blue RTV, let that set up, and put it all back together. Honda's leak oil too. Thing looks like a Harley, almost sounds like a Harley, almost. But marking its spot like an old AMF era XLH Ironhead, that just wouldn't do. We had to fix that. So I don't know. When she's put back together, I guess we'll show you the next series of videos of what I'm going to do with this old girl. Alright, once again, I do not own the rights to the music. 103.1 out of Mount Pleasant, PA, or some dumb shit. I don't know. Whatever. Beatles. Kind of fitting. My dad is a huge Beatles fan, and this probably ain't going to make it to YouTube. It might, but he looked at my past video and was like kind of a little bit flabbergasted because all the different gears and stuff. Since you can't get here to see this or be here with me while I'm doing this, this one's for you to explain to you how that other plate worked. That's the stator cover. She's back in place. Yes, Jimmy Brown. My shitty room temperature vulcanization cream job. Yes. At least you know I used RTV silicone. Right there is your starter. See where she bolts on. When you hit the starter, cha-ching, she shoots out, eh? Starter plate. Bearing to support. Spline to same. He sits right here. And here's your other gear. Yeah, left-handed. There we go. There we go. And this cover goes over top of it, and all it is these two bearings to support the end of these two gears. So it's all tied in tight. There you go. I clear it up for you, dude. Now you understand what all I was fooling with the extra covers. And clutch actuator goes here. I know, left-handed, man. Look, this is tough. Hard enough for me to do it. It goes like that. I think I showed you down inside there. See, there's like a half moon shape. Yeah, like that, and that's what pushes out on this little guy. That rides in there. When you pull the clutch in, that pushes him up. He rides right here. And that is your clutch actuator rod. So when that lever goes, that pushes that in, that disengages the clutch. Now you see how all that works. The O-ring seals it, and I gotta seal that up. And I didn't buy a gasket for that, so we're gonna we're gonna make a little seal for that, basically. We're gonna make our own gasket. I'm good at that. Alright, man. So now you see how all that works. I told you it was really simple. It just looks more complicated than it is, dude. Anyways, I'm gonna get back to work. Don't own the rights to the music. Leave me alone. Facebook, YouTube. Pull my videos of people making money on this. Whatever, man. We done. Everything's torqued up. Starter plate covers on. Side covers on. Clutch actuator. Everything's sealed. A few little things left to do. This little devil here is causing issues. That's that little rubber grommet for the stator. And actually, if I back on up, you could probably see a little bit of crankcase pressure was blowing up through here because that gasket inside was for poop, and it was allowing up through here. Also tells me that somewhere along the lines in here, this bike got a crankcase pressure vent. It has to. They all do. It's got it somewhere. And that sumbitch is probably plugged. So we're going to find that and have a look-see at that. Anyways, nothing left to do at this point, but let that RTV cure. Everything's torqued. We'll put oil in it once that's cured. And the wire for the stator goes up here into the voltage regulator. Gotta plug that in. And that cover just pops over here. Clutch cable is not hooked up because I've got a brand new one to put on. This one was at the end of adjustment. It's not fraying, but it's stretched and it's 20 some years old. For $7, why would you not just put a new one on? That's just how I roll, dude. Anyways, yeah. I want to add, dude, these make life, like, cool and easy for real. These little Harbor Freight magnet trays, like, it's strong enough, it's holding that heavy-ass ratchet, and you can just, you know, you take your bolts out as you go, click, they stick right to it, you know. And if you work on anything, bikes, cars, whatever, I have 2 of them. I usually just keep them stuck to my toolbox over there. I think I'm going to buy like 3 more of these. I really, really like these things, man. It just makes life so much easier working on stuff, man. It really does. But yeah, anyways, she's done. That's one thing fixed on this machine. That oil leak should be dealt with. Hopefully, oil leaks should be dealt with. No, brake caliper will be in Monday. We'll fix that up. And yeah, whatever, man. Backstreet Girl's going to be ready to roll. I'm going to change the name, though, I think. A little more on that as we go. I'm still thinking.